All right, here we go.
Scoot over. Do you want me to make the noises for this one?
Yeah.
Oh, did you start it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, make your stemmies. Make your stemmies.
Stimmies. Whoa. I don't really have a lot of stimming right now.
Okay. Welcome back to You've Never Seen It with Hannah and Holland.
Hi.
We're back. Great news for us. We're gonna live together soon so we can make episodes more often.
Yay.
Boing. Boing. Ba-bing, bada boom.
Cha.
So, let's just get right into it. Today, we're going to be talking about, drum roll, in our top 50 rom-coms countdown.
Pretty Woman. Looking down the
I was gonna be like, you say one word, I say another.
Pretty
Woman.
walking
Down the street. Wow. Alright, great. Pretty Great.
I didn't know you already had it pulled up, so I was not ready for it.
Sorry.
I'm not really in the...
You're not ready?
No, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready now, but I wasn't a moment ago.
Okay, she's warmed up. Pretty Woman, starring Julia Roberts, Richard Gere, and George Costanza.
George Costanza, what are you doing, George
Directed
Costanza?
by Gary Marshall, good old 1990. I actually thought it was in the 80s. I thought it was like early 80s, but it's actually 1990.
Yeah. It's precious.
It's the overall review.
Film. I liked it. I didn't think I would.
When I first saw this movie, I didn't like it, but
Same.
that's because I didn't like a lot of romantic things. And also I thought it was anti-feminist, but I have since changed my outlook.
When I first saw it, I did not like it because I thought it was... Well, also, I watched it with my parents. So that was, number one. I was like, I don't want to really watch this. My dad was like, it's a great movie. And I was like, I feel kind of weird about it. Because it starts with Julia Roberts, in bed, in her underwear. And I was like, I don't really think I want to watch this. So...
Yeah, it makes sense.
It is a great film.
My
parents were not being creepy. So...
They skipped some things.
Yeah.
It's actually making sense to me why Dad likes it, because it's basically My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
Which...
Dad loves.
Why'd I never put that together? Tell me why.
I don't know.
Tell me why. Alright, so... Great, do you want to do the fun little recap segment?
Okay, so this movie is about a prostitute, and
A prostitute?
she's a little slutty girl, and she out here, but she's a sloot with a heart of gold. Sloot slay. You know, that New Girl episode, the first one actually, when she's like, I'm a prostitute with a heart of gold. That's Julia Roberts' character. Yeah. And so then Julia Roberts' character, what's her name? Vivian. Vivian's whoring herself out in the street, and a nice car drives up, and it's this nice Prince Charming man, and she says, hey, bubs, you want a date? And he says, I can't find that one street. What's that street called?
Beverly
Hills. The hills. He couldn't find the hills. And he's like, can you show me where it is? And she's like, sure. And then she gets in the car. She's kind of a bad prostitute.
Why?
Well, because she just really does not keep it separate from emotions. Because then they fudge. And
How is that not keeping it separate from emotions? She didn't kiss him on the lips.
well, and then they fall in love because she does kiss him on the lips. Because he hires her for a week to be his girlfriend kind of thing. But he's kind of a classy dude. And then they fall in love. And she gets a lot of cool outfits. And it's kind of cute.
You like
It kind of made me think of just cute things.
Yeah, I would say
That's the end.
nice. Good recap. That was really quick.
I don't know. It's the anxiety meds, dog. I'm on new anxiety meds. They're really good.
Y'all should check them out. Y'all should check them out.
Please see your doctor and ask if it's right for you. I won't tell you which ones, but just if you need anxiety meds, do it. It rocks.
But it rhymes with Yannex. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
That's me punching you. That's my sound effect of me
Okay,
punching you.
the actual first thing I was gonna talk about was how I used to think this was like super misogynistic.
Do you think it's not? No.
I can't say it's not, because I do think it's still like very well, it's very fitted to the male fantasy.
But it's
like-
kind of a nice fantasy for girls, too.
Yeah.
Not the prostitution, obviously, but, like, the princess ship.
Yes, and so I think it was handled well enough, and it was a little self-aware, and that's what made a difference for
It
me.
was.
Because when I'm young, I'm like, oh, story about a prostitute, blah, 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 and then he just, like, basically says, okay, woo, I'm coming to woo you, and I'm like, that's not enough. And I'm like, are you kidding me? If some man was freaking driving through town playing opera trying to find me, that's enough, okay? Anyway,
But he didn't give her that necklace.
he couldn't even afford that necklace. He had it on loan.
Well, he really should have thought of that.
He gave her, like, millions of new clothing items and a bunch of money.
He better buy her a necklace that looked kind of like that.
Okay, yeah, he'll buy her that necklace next. Or or he will pay for her to go back to college so she can get a job.
High school.
Well, he could pay for her GED, and then she can, go to college or whatever.
She's such a prostitute with a heart of gold. Anyway, go ahead.
But she was gonna go get a job, which is what counts. Because I wonder what happened after. Did she just take the deal after that because he wooed her?
No!
He said, I'll move to San Francisco with you so you can go to college.
He probably pays for an in-house tutor. She doesn't need to go to college.
You're right. I think the self-awareness, like, if it was just some story where it's like, oh, she's a prostitute, and then she's like, oh,
I'm a prostitute.
he picked me up off the street, and, like, I'm in love with him now, and la-di-da, fairy tale. But the fact that it had kind of a counteract to that in her, like, talking to her friend, and her being like, you're making me feel cheap, and they had a little bit more of an actual story element that impressed me more.
I agree.
Like, she's like, who does that freaking happen to? Like, this doesn't happen to me, it's a little self-aware. And then she's like, Cinderella, babe. And then you're like, ha ha ha, funny, but for real.
I also like that her friend always wanted her to do good. Like their catchphrase was like, take care of yourself. Take care of you.
Yeah, it was just a cute little, like, two little fun hooker besties. Just living their fun hooker life. It makes it look so fun. That's pretty glamorized. That was not, there was a dead body situation with that doctor that goes to Minsk from Friends.
Yeah.
And true. They didn't shy away that her roommate was also literally buying drugs all the time.
But she quit drugs when she was 14.
So there you go.
Heart of gold.
Yeah, I did like that, so I don't know, it's just like,
you're just talking about how you liked it more than when you were a kid. And me too. It felt less slutty. It actually felt kind of, it was like more romantic than what I see, I think, in a lot of other movies. And so I think growing up it didn't make sense because I was like, freaking ew.
Well, honestly, why did we watch that? Why were mom and dad like, family movie night?
I don't know what they were doing. But especially with like,
funny.
The blowjob part, like, guys.
Well, that's another thing I was gonna talk about because I'm like, great, so immediately, but then they actually had sex, and then later it's established.
Okay, but also
he went down on her, so I'm like, okay, it's an equal partnership here.
Okay, this is gonna get
I'm just
really
saying.
sexual. But also the blowjob thing, low-key, was kind of cute. Because, that's such a weird sentence. But because, like, she was, like, laughing at I Love Lucy during it. And it was like, she's kind of cute. Like, oh gosh. And I know that's what the writers are thinking. Yeah. And he was just like, she's kind of cute. And then he was like, oh, damn, she's kind of hot. And I was like, wow, okay. So, I don't know.
Let's, put aside whatever kind of weird situation might be happening, that he's protecting her, that she's young, childish, watching cartoon, whatever.
Ew.
We can't ignore this fact.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
How old was she? It's also very interesting to me that...
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna have to bring out the hard points here. It's very interesting to me that she said, all your friends are gonna treat me like that, and there's always gonna be someone that thinks they can basically try and rape me like your lawyer just did.
She's 21. Oh no. How old is he? Ew, I don't like that.
Well...
He's the protagonist? Okay. He was 99? That's not right.
What? What do you mean?
It's the wrong one.
She's thinking...
Okay, she's 22 to
Edward
23.
Lewis, the Spartacus producer who died at 99. No, that's so funny.
How old is he?
Listen, we know he at least had an ex-wife. So, he has gray hair. He's Richard Gere. This is their thing. He's the inventor of Daddy.
It's the Disney Wiki fandom.
This is a Disney movie.
What?
By the way, I would like everyone in the world to know that this is produced by Disney.
She had a heart of gold. That's why she had a heart of gold.
Which is also pretty fun because the director went on to make what movie?
What movie?
Princess Diaries.
It shows. And it's good. And I'm a fan.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of similar things in the movie, like...
Yeah.
When that guy catches the little part where she is trying to eat the snail, and then it flies, and then he catches it, and he's like, happens all the time. And in Princess Diaries, she's waving, and like a bracelet falls off her hand, and he says the same thing. He says the exact same thing. It's the same guy.
He kind of made it like Princess Diaries so that kids could just like experience the same thing, but like without a man buying you clothes because you're a prostitute.
It's not really the same story.
Kinda is.
I mean, let's see, in Princess Diaries...
You find out your worth?
She learns her true worth, that's what I was gonna say. Because, like, boys want her just to, like... they want to be with her just because she's famous and, like, get paparazzi pictures kissing her and stuff. But Michael saw her for who she really was the entire time. He saw who she was. He saw her heart of gold. Even though, yes, he did pay her. Yes, he did take the sex from her. Yes, he did act very rudely to her. But let's talk about that little fight they had, because he did say... you're basically a hooker. And he threw the money down on the ground, which was inexcusable. But then she walked out and didn't take the money.
That was the most integritous thing
that's ever been shown. Holland said that as we were watching. She was like, wow, that was the most integritous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Integritous is not a word.
I allow it.
Richard Gere, I have no idea how old Edward Lewis was.
So
he could have just been 25 with a gray wig.
He said he hadn't talked to his dad in 15 and a half years.
14 and a half.
All right.
So he's like 30. Oh, he's 40. 18 years apart.
Listen, but okay, so back to that fight scene.
Oh, gross. What does he look like now?
Richard Gere? Don't you know his legacy?
Who? Oh.
I don't want to tell you.
What's his legacy? What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Who? What?
There's this urban myth.
That's
kind of one of the, like, early urban myths that ever...
Tell
was
me!
being floated around, which nobody thinks is true.
Tell me.
They did think it was true in, like, the early days and stuff. I can't believe you don't know about it.
What is it? Tell me it.
Listen, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna
You're so annoying. I'm looking it up.
look it up right now.
Urban myth.
There you go. And you can read it, and we'll hear your reaction.
What? What? Uh-huh. Ah! He did what? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? What for?
The cultural history.
Why did he do that?
The picture.
Hey, go look it up.
Everyone, if you want to know, look it up. We're not going to be covering that subject on the...
Google Richard Gere urban myth.
I don't want to take away the pain, the beautiful shock that will come with learning about this story.
That made me like him a little less. A lot less. Ew. That's really kinky and not in a cute way. Ew.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, listen. We can't. Okay, all right. No more of that.
Oh, get it away from me.
Yeah, so anyway.
Ew! Ugh. That's why that toe scene. Oh, you ruined the movie for me.
I'm sorry. I told you not to. I said don't do that. All right, anyway,
Who
so...
was there to tell Richard Gere that? No one. That's so gross.
All right, listen. Okay, back to the... Just put those things aside.
Yuck!
Okay. Put that aside.
Okay.
Put that aside. Back to the scene where they had the fight. I was like, this is not okay. He's treating her like... She said, no one's ever made me feel as cheap as you are right now. And he's like, I highly doubt that, which... that was bad. And then But then he came out, and like all of a sudden he's like, listen, I'm really sorry. I was wrong. Foolish. Stupid. I wasn't prepared. And I apologize, and I want you to stay, which...
Yeah, first woman he ever fought for. Listen to the other
But,
lady
like,
on the phone.
Was that not the most attractive thing he did the entire movie? Because he said...
Apologize, and then
he said...
when she was like, you hurt me, and he said, yes.
She said, don't let that happen again. And then they freaking... was like, oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
Because he said, I was wrong. I was a fool. I should not have done that. I was not prepared.
The 3 words that a woman loves to hear. I was wrong.
I was wrong. I was a fool. Wasn't prepared. I will...
We do really love accountability for our actions.
And then he said, I want you to stay. Mm-hmm. So he verbalized his feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. And then she said, that was not right. She stands up for herself a lot. That's why she has a heart of gold, let me tell you what.
She more had a heart of gold than me.
What would you do?
Like I said in the beginning, I don't think she's a very good prostitute. So
I don't understand what you mean by that.
I just don't think that she knows what she's doing.
Well, she's new at it.
I don't think it's that hard to figure out.
What do you mean? She said she does. What do you mean?
Nothing.
What do you mean? Because she actually fell in love with someone?
Mm.
I don't think she was in love with him. She was like, all right, here we go. And then I think the moment that she kind of like started to like him, because I was telling you, is when she's going to floss her teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Because have you ever had this moment where like you're about to see some guy or something that you know, and then you like go check how you look in the mirror? Or you like fix your hair or something and you're like, crap. That means I like him.
I'm gonna tell you. I actively ate garlic bread and put my Invisalign in before I went and kissed my boyfriend for the first time. I was trying to stop it.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Is that the same?
So no, because if she's a prostitute that obviously gets freaking roughed up sometimes, her life sucks, right? Mm-hmm. And she's thinking he's gonna pay me a lot of money. He's probably a freaking kinky, nasty bro. But then something happened where she's like, I want to clean my teeth and I want to look nice.
Couldn't be me.
See, if she, like, didn't want him to do much, like, not that it would really matter, honestly, if he was gonna do something harmful to her, but, like, okay, never mind. I'm not saying that having strawberry seeds in your teeth is gonna stop something from happening, but this is not the way I'm meant to, this is not what I'm trying to portray. Okay, I'm trying to portray that in her mind, she was, like, a little embarrassed, and before that, she'd had the upper hand the whole time. She was, like, kind of, coming back at him all the time, giving him crap, and...
That's true.
She was like, nobody can mess with me, you know? And I think that's kind of a character that she had. And then she was, like, a little embarrassed to show him dental floss. And he's like, I don't want drugs in this house, whatever. Which, again, he's really trying to be a savior. Let's not go on another tangent, but this man is having a midlife crisis. And it's a savior complex. Not great. Anyway, like, he literally just got broken up with, like, the same day. Anyway, so... I mean...
All I'm saying is have a heart of gold.
The moment that she gets a little embarrassed and she says, what? I'm gonna floss my teeth like I got strawberry seeds in them. That means she's attracted. She's actually...
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to look good. Because I think it's part of her character that she kind of puts on. Because later, she's like, how dare you put me out there and not let me be prepared wearing my own clothes? Because if people came on to me like that, like George Costanza when he was like, hey, I hear you're a hooker. And he's like touching her or whatever... She's like, I could have dealt with that if I was in my own clothes. Which is kind of, like, empowering. She's like, I own my body, whatever. If I wore my little hooker outfit, I would feel more powerful. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
And he's kind of made her something she's not. But she could be. He said, you have so much potential. Ooh, it's a little messed up. Oh, no.
Every man's dream. It's a little messed up.
But they won us over with the hearts of gold.
It just was kind of romantic.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Oh, yeah, we were saying it did pass the Bechdel test, I think. In the beginning.
Yeah, first.
The hookers just be jabbing with each other about, like, rent and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they talked about a man, but...
No, they didn't. You actually never hear the hookers talk about them sleeping with people.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, they talked about their pimp, like, owing their pimp money and stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But it was all, like, a lot of, like, oh, yeah, like, he burnt out the pimp. Burnt all my stuff when I told him I was moving out. Or, like, I owe the pimp money. And the pimp was,
because, like... I like to think that the Bechdel test is, like, they don't talk about... Well, it's not what it is. It's officially, like, no man is involved in the conversation at all. Like, at all. Like, even if we were, like, oh, I love Shakespeare or something. That wouldn't count.
Okay, well.
But, whatever. Anyway, which is just a little... whatever. But I guess she also she talks to other women and stuff.
Yeah, and I think the thing that we can look for realistically in rom-coms, because obviously most of these are heterosexual. The plot, all of these are heterosexual that we're watching. So like they're all going to have men involved. The Bechdel test I think kind of has to be like brought down a little bit. So that it's just, if two female characters have a conversation about something in the story that doesn't have to do with a man, I think that counts.
With the man.
The man.
Or like, romantic. Like a romantic conversation.
Yeah, but none of them were even talking about men.
But even, well, yeah. Well,
but was that canceled out because they were prostitutes? You
no?
know?
No? What?
Well, because you know that they're whoring themselves out.
Okay, but I know that I'm talking to men sometimes. That doesn't matter.
No, that's not what. Like, does it cancel it out that they weren't talking about men? Because they were, like, kind of brought to this standard of, like, yeah, maybe they don't talk about men. It's not their whole lives. Except for that they sell their bodies on the street at night.
Well, I don't think that makes a difference because hookers could still talk about, like, oh, we have rent to pay. Oh, we like to garden or whatever. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't really get what you're saying.
I'm trying. Let me think of it in my brain and tell you it out loud, out of my brain. Like the fact that. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't want to sound bad, but I think it's kind of shown in this movie that people look down on hookers, right? And so I think it's kind of a traditional thing that people look down on hookers. So do you think that it cancels out the kind of feminism, like, oh, these are these are women because you have to view them as not just normal women that are living their lives and enjoying their things that they're talking about, and they're just talking about rent and whatever. They're talking about it, but they also are prostitutes, and that's their entire character. Does that make sense? So they're washed in this light that's like, oh, they're still sexual objects.
No, I do not think that.
Okay.
Because even though that is their whole character, they have other aspects and personalities. Like, the one girl, she liked to eat food. She was always eating. She went over to the little thing, and she was, like, picking little things, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't know. And she had, like, stuff going on. I just think that feminism isn't categorized by, like, what kind of woman you are.
I agree. But I just think from, like, the patriarchy, like standpoint.
Yeah.
Is it that they gave these women characters, but they still had to trade off that, like, yeah, they can have character. Yeah, they can be, yeah, women are women, you know, and, like, they have conversations, they have character, but also we are going to cheapen them, like, because we're going to make them prostitutes.
Yeah, but also prostitutes still exist, and, like,
yeah.
What you have to take with movies that are older is, like, you're never gonna have, like, a woman-written story about a prostitute with a heart of gold trying to find her way through life. You're gonna have movies like Pretty Women, and they prevailed, and they showed a lot with as much as we could from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
And you have someone like Julia Roberts who's gonna shine enough in that role, like, that gives it her own character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I like to look at from that. We could be stingy about everything all the time. And we could be like...
Are you calling me stingy?
No, not
I was
you.
Just saying.
No,
okay.
not you. I'm saying in general, people be like, this is so misogynist, which is true. And I think that about a lot of 80s movies, and I don't like to watch them.
Well, I just think the sex trade is misogynistic and misandrist. Like, I think it's both. You know, I think that it doesn't really value human connection or character.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think the issue is just the sex trade and kind of glamorizing it in this way. But if you
I don't know. I don't know if it was glamorized because it was truthful. She was like, I had to move here and I had nobody. And this is what happens.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, I got to get you off the street. And she's like, that's just geography. Like, I chose this. I can go right back to it. You know? Like, that's women making financial decisions and making things, like, decisions for what they want to do.
But it is kind of wild, because, like, I don't know, couldn't it just been, like, a regular class system thing, you know? And not, like, I just have an issue with prostitution. That's all I'm saying. But if you set the prostitution aside, okay. So.
All right, yeah.
Is that fair? Do you think that's fair?
Yeah.
Sorry if I offended anyone. But, like, for realsies, I just think I don't support the sex trade at all. And I know that some people are like...
But, like, you understand some people are forced into it.
Yeah, no, and
they can
I don't support that, though. They can't make that decision because they're forced into it.
No, some people decide to do that.
Yeah.
Like, they are forced to make that decision. Like, but they make it.
Well, that's because...
And it's illegal anyway,
That's because privilege. Like, they don't have a good decision to make. But, like, and I think that sometimes women are like, no, I choose to be a prostitute. And if that's what you want to do, okay. But it is illegal. And, like, obviously, like, that has to do with a lot of privilege and things. And I don't think that it's good. Like...
No.
So, but I think that it does have to do with privilege. And it does have to do with...
You mean, like, they don't have privilege?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. That they do not have privilege. Let me be clear. Yeah. That, like, sometimes these people in, like, less affluent areas, like, do not have the privilege to make a better decision to go and get a different job, you know? Or things like that. Like, they need money so bad or, like, so quickly, and they don't have anywhere else to go, you know? And that's what I'm saying I don't, like... support. And it's not that I don't support those women or men trying to, like, feed themselves or their families or, like, you know, those things, because, like, heart of gold, right? But I don't support a system that forces them into that as, like, a last resort. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. That's one of those things. It's like,
yeah,
you can't ever fix it, really.
Yeah. Unless you're Richard Gere.
Unless you just give them, just pay for them, take them off the streets, actually fall in love with them. And, you know.
Other than that, it's a cute film.
Oh, gosh. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Iconic quotes in this film?
Big mistake. Huge.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That is good.
Yeah. What's another one?
I like the part when he snaps her hand with the necklace case.
That part's cute, yeah.
You know, that's like wasn't scripted or whatever.
Like, wasn't scripted.
I was like, ad-libbed or whatever by the actors.
I like their little banter where she always was like, why do you do this? And he's like, it's the best. And she's like, you're scared of heights. Why the penthouse? It's the best. And then he's like, why this seat in the opera? It's the best. And then when it was her apartment and he was like, top floor, right? She was like, it's the best. I was like, it's the best.
She said, I own my life. Mm-hmm. I take... Yeah, oh, that's what I was going to say a second ago. Sorry, I'm back to it.
Go.
I just want to point out which is also a good quote, when they're like, oh, you're with whatever him, he's like one of the most eligible bachelors. And she's like, nah, I'm just using him for sex. I was like... Because it's true. Because yes, not only is she getting paid, but she's enjoying it.
That's
so
true,
like
yeah.
Power to, that's what I'm saying about like sometimes if this is people's choice, like whatever. Anyway, it's not good. It's not good. But I'm just saying, I like her saying I'm using him for sex because it's like she was getting a good deal out of it.
It's a shocker. Yeah, she did get a good deal. Probably the best deal. That's
she
why
got paid, like, and she got...
That's why it's a princess kind of
freaking
movie.
Sexually eaten out on a piano.
Why'd you say sexually eaten out?
Sorry. Sensually.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sensual. Just the piano, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was iconic.
Yeah.
Lots of iconic things. I don't know why I never realized the connection to My Fair Lady with, like, her little hats and the way they went to
when they go to the derby.
The racing derby thing. Well, they did, like, polo, but... Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cute. I thought it was interesting when she said, this is, like, kind of the, what you were talking about earlier. The, like, self-awareness. She says, after George Costanza hits her, she says, why do men always know how to hit a woman? Boom. Like, shatter that glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Shut up. I'm not talking to you. Sorry, my Alexa is talking. But, so yeah, she really just shattered that glass ceiling. Like, why do men know how to hit a woman? Right across the cheek, it just feels like your eye's about to explode. She said, do they take you away in high school in the locker room and teach you how to do that? And he says, not all men hit. And I'm like, oh. Like, it's dealing with, like, real, like, sexual... trauma things, you know? And it's sad that it has to be that it can't just be a normal rom-com, you know? Like that it has to be about...
Well, see, because of the... But you're like, why can't it just be a class system thing? But that's the grit of it.
That's true.
So.
Because, yeah, I guess you wouldn't bring that up. But it brings it up. It brings up sex in, like, such a vulnerable way between them, you know? And it's really beautiful, I think, the way that it's shown. Like, the difference between...
Kissing on the mouth.
Yeah, and, like, when she said that she did... When she slept with somebody for the first night, and she cried the entire time. Like, and
she said, I can do it just like a robot.
Yeah. And I think it's cool that they, like, show that it's so emotional. Because it is so emotional, you know? So I like that. And then I like the self-awareness of, like, why do men always know how to hit a woman? And it's like, that's a question. Like, why?
I liked how direct she was.
Yeah. And I think it just poses that question for people, like, is it easier for this man to, like, abuse you? Like, are you being abused? And, like, if you are...
No, he's obviously an abuser. You know what I mean?
Who? George Costanza?
Yeah. He was like a...
And it was very clear.
He said you, like, the kill. And, like, earlier when they were talking business, he was like... his throat's ready, like, let's slit the throat.
That's
or
true. That was
whatever.
creepy. He said his jugular is exposed.
His jugular is exposed. Let's get her done. Let's finish it.
It's true, and you don't realize that until kind of the end because you just see George Costanza. You're like, George, what are you doing?
Well, he always be... Yeah,
but...
George, what are you doing here?
George, what are you doing?
George Costanza is one of the most terrible people on this planet.
Dude, honestly. but yeah, and I just think it kind of paints, like, a picture of, like, female sexuality, which, again, I don't like to be degraded, but...
But do you think it was degraded? I think it was glorified.
Female sexuality?
What do you mean?
I think it's degraded. Okay. I'm just going to say this. I'm sorry if I offend people. But I do think that prostitution is bad, right? And so I think, and obviously, like, it's meant to, in this movie, it's meant to, like, make her seem cheap, you know, and, like, vulgar, you know? And so I just don't love that, like, these beautiful, beautiful things are coupled with such cheap, vulgar things. You know, like, the idea of female sexuality and female pleasure is coupled with, like, such a vulgar situation where she, like, has to sell herself, and, like, it just makes me sad, you know? Like,
yeah. It is sad. But
It is
that's why I
sad.
think it's so important that they show that she had female pleasure, like, sexuality in a healthy situation and a loving one.
Mm-hmm. The piano. Ooh, doggy. Get you a man.
The bathtub. That was gross, though. That was a little too much for me.
She enjoyed it, so.
I just didn't like his toe in the faucet.
Oh, I thought that was hers. I don't even want to think about it. But it was wrinkly. It was probably his. Gross. Next. Good quotes.
Great. Great.
Yeah, just some really good self-aware quotes.
I agree. Slaps? There were slaps.
Oh, there were slaps. Okay, this is difficult because there's abuse in this film, right? So, like, there's themes of abuse. So the slaps, you know? I think the only one who actually slapped anyone was George Costanza.
And well,
across her face.
And then he punched him.
Yep.
She never slapped anybody.
Nope.
She could have slapped. She slapped him with integrity.
She did.
Got him.
But, I mean, there were real slaps.
She slapped everybody with her good looks and charm and being such a pretty woman.
Okay, but the actual, like, physical slaps?
Yeah.
Obviously, George Costanza slapped bad.
I'm gonna say Richard Gere's punch of him, best slap in the film.
Yeah, because he broke his nose, because
And he said, get out of here, which maybe he should have gone to jail, Loki, but arrested.
Oh, you know, that's actually a wild thought, that if somebody sexually assaults somebody, they should get reported. Even if they're your friend who you've worked with for 10 years. That's a good point to bring up, because I never would have thought about that.
But she is a prostitute. You know how that be. Like,
It's true.
the police could not really care as much. Anyway.
The system!
Cinematic shorts.
Oh, they had that one.
There was all these transitions that were, like, kind of trying to be cinematic, but they were not really.
Yeah, so it was just fine. I just like the color scheme of it, like all the red.
I did notice one scene where she makes him put his feet on grass. She literally says, go outside and touch grass with your toes, which, why were his feet in it so freaking much?
That's true.
And then when he's, like, trying to think of what to do with her, he goes outside and walks and puts his bare feet in the grass, which is a stark contrast because he never takes his little shoes off.
Yeah.
But then it, like, immediately shows the scene of her walking around barefoot. It's like she's always barefoot. And it's kind of the contrast of their characters, and he's starting to kind of become more open-minded, barefoot, loose, happy of the world, I feel. And he's realizing the importance of life.
Yeah.
Which is obviously reflected in the way that he just, like, does whatever the freak he wants with that old man. And they start building boats. He does what he wants, business-wise. Alright? Can you imagine? And, It shows I was reading some trivia for this while you were in the bathroom, and it said when they first started filming Richard Gere's, he was acting like more animated with his character.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was being a little more like, whatever. And the director was like, no. One of you moves and like is animated, one of you's not. I guess which one you are. That's the opposite.
Yeah, true.
So, that's interesting that she kind of brought the flair into his life, which is like, alright, but
that's such a male fantasy thing.
What do you bring into her life?
Stability. Such a male fantasy thing. Like,
but she said, hey, I actually got pretty good grades. Well, actually, he gave her self-esteem.
Yeah, that's
like,
the male.
He told her you're worth something. He gave her worth, yeah.
We were saying in the movie, like, oh, every man's dream, you just pick up a prostitute with a heart of gold, right? And nobody else is going to want her because she's a prostitute. Except for your dirt bag friend. But you slept with the same... You paid her. And you... All right. You are also a dirt bag.
Does he try to sleep with her immediately after that? Yup.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's just rough, honestly.
It's all around rough, but I think because of her resilience and like the way she does kind of have some self-respect, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Wow. Her self-respect. Yeah. It was good.
She had it from the beginning, I would say. I mean, she earned a little more, but anyway. The music, I mean, we were talking about the bangers in this movie.
There were bangers in this movie. Banger. Yeah. I barely know her. That's not what...
That's the tagline of the movie.
Nope, that's not what they said.
Okay. Obviously a pretty woman. Classic.
Walking down the street.
The titular song.
What the freak does titular mean?
It's like title.
Oh.
But I like that word.
Titular, okay.
And awesome 80s bangers. I was telling you during it that just like music just hit diff in the 80s.
That's true.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a whole different like
Yeah.
But it's over now. That song
That one was
slaps.
good. It must be love.
Yeah.
It's over now.
That song slaps.
Yeah.
The Rank.
Oh shoot. What is this one?
Well, before we rank, I kind of want to share some little trivia that I was reading.
Yeah, please do.
First of all, it's very interesting that this movie was produced by Disney. I would just like to say that. Also, Richard Gere actually played the piano and composed the music that he played during that scene.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Also, the opera that they went to see, which looked a lot like My Fair Lady, that end scene.
It did.
Also, it kind of noticed like her with his slippers, and I was like, that's a little like My Fair Lady, which again, I used to have a problem with the ending of My Fair Lady too. And it's a little, it just gives off a little to me like men just, you know, they're always gonna do their best. They ain't always gonna be perfect, and we just put up with it because we love them. That's kind of the vibe I got of it. In My Fair Lady. And I think it might just be true.
Let me tell you. It is.
Everyone's doing their best.
No, but that sounds so mean. Like,
it's, yeah.
But it's true. I don't think that it's not that it's that they're not doing their best. Like, they are, you know, they're doing great.
Everyone's doing their best.
But it's just, like, men and women think so differently that, like, whatever he's thinking makes no freaking sense to me, you know? But that's
why communication is so key.
Yeah, it's true and it's right, you know, and he's not stupid for it, you know, like it's essential that you have both parts, I think. And so, yeah.
It's always like you can have such a high standard for anybody, and I think because of rom-coms and things like this, honestly, that women have a very high standard, and men vice versa. And vice versa, and I think that everyone just tries their best.
And I think some people view things as like, oh, that's a red flag, like, don't date him. But, you know, probably it's just like, different styles of communication or like different growing up values, and it's fine. Just communicate, like Hannah said.
Yes, and if there's some things that you can't communicate and get past, like if there's some kind of toxic behavior, if there's some kind of like morality issue that you can't agree on, then that's when things have to end up
what?
Being ended.
Communicator breakup.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Men aren't bad.
Well, you can communicate and break up also.
True. That's true.
Okay. Awesome. So also the opera they went to go see was about a prostitute who falls in love with a wealthy man.
Aww.
Which I love when she's crying. That's so iconic.
Yeah. Her reaction.
But also I was like, oh my gosh, he's so pretentious when he was like, whoever sees opera, blah, blah, blah. I was like, if someone said that to me, I would literally be like, shut up, I know about opera. I may have never seen one, but I get it. Anyway. This is kind of weird. I'm just going to read it. While shooting the scene in which Vivian lies down on the floor of Edward's penthouse watching old I Love Lucy reruns, Gary Marshall, the director, tickled Julia Roberts' feet out of camera range to get her to laugh so hysterically.
That makes sense, because I Love Lucy's not that funny.
How dare you?
Whoa. It's funny, but it's not Julia Roberts rolling around on the ground in the penthouse in her little dress funny. It's not. It's not funny like that. It's not.
I think it's funny.
She's just dancing around on grapes. It's not like... No. No, it's not.
Okay. Also, there's this. During the sex scene, Julia Roberts got so nervous a visible vein popped out of her forehead. I feel like I saw that.
That happens every time. She always has a vein out of her forehead. It's like her thing.
Listen, director Gary Marshall got into bed with Julia and Richard Gere.
Ew.
Marshall and Gere massaged her forehead until the vein disappeared. Julia also broke into hives and was given calamine lotion until they were finally able to shoot the scene.
Let the woman breathe.
They did. They helped her. It sounds like very intimate set. I
bet it was.
think they had any kind of pets on the set. All right. The necklace was actually worth $250,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie was originally going to be called 3000, but Disney later changed it to Pretty Woman after the Roy Orbison track used in the soundtrack. So Disney really made this, guys. Is she a Disney princess?
Mm-hmm.
She's a princess. That's what they say at the end.
She's a princess.
Everyone deserves to be a princess.
She's a princess.
I actually connect with that because you know how Dad used to say that to us?
Mm-hmm. This is cute. Our dad used to say that the man that you marry needs to be, and he had like a list of things that he wanted, right? But among them was that he needed to be able to take this sword of truth and righteousness and cut all the briars down and come up to the castle and kill the dragon and come and save you from the castle.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Because, yes, you can save yourself. She says yes, she saves him right back. But it's nice to have a Prince Charming.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see men being romantic. Just all these things that are so little, and like when he opens the door for Vivian, like in the car, I was like, oh, that's so cute. Or like, oh my gosh, they're like slow kissing. Wow. I was just like, oh.
I mean, when the first kiss on the lips.
Yeah. But it just is like so intimate and like beautiful to see it. I don't know. So, I just really liked it, and I just was like, oh, it's so romantic.
All right. So.
Sorry.
Great. No, that's fine. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's rank it.
Okay, what are the other ones?
Loading, beep, boop, bop, beep, beep.
Beep boop, beep boop,
Beep boop bop bop beep beep bop beep bop beep 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 beep. We have in this category. This would be
Don't you think this is a Dram-Rom?
This is in the. This is actually no. It's in the rom-com section.
Okay.
And that's, remember, we've redefined the rom-com to com-rom.
Com-rom, right?
And rom-com, which is a more romantic
So which
film.
do you think this is?
It's a rom-com.
Okay, fair.
It's funny, but, like, it's not really a comedy first. It's a romantic film.
Yeah.
Very romantic film.
Mm-hmm.
That's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
So in this category, we have, I believe, put at the top, Crazy Stupid Love.
Mm-hmm.
While You Were Sleeping, The Proposal. Have we watched any of those yet officially here?
No, we haven't.
All right, so I think this would be our next rom-com after Crazy Stupid Love, so.
Yep.
Is that where we're going to rank it?
I think, yeah.
I agree. Wow. Well, that was easy. We really need to get on more of these. Can't wait till we can get back to some of those Dram-Roms. Just for a reminder, the things we've watched so far. The Apartment. And this is in our oldies category. Crazy Stupid Love, the head of our rom-com category, followed by Pretty Woman.
In our com-rom.
Have we watched any com-roms?
Have we?
No.
No, we haven't.
Actually, no, wait, no. Crazy Stupid Love is a com-rom.
It is, yeah.
So Crazy Stupid Love is the com-rom.
So that's our rom-com. Number 1 rom-com.
What other rom-com have we watched?
No, wait, we've watched a couple rom-coms, haven't we?
What?
Oh, shoot, I don't know.
That we've actually talked about? I don't think so. This might be our first rom-com.
No, didn't we watch The Holiday? We did.
We didn't talk about it on here, I'm saying.
Oh, shoot.
So this is our rom-com.
Number 1
This
rom-com.
is top of rom-com.
I think it's fair.
And then down at our last category, so then we have high school. And our last category down here is going to be Dram-Rom, of which we've watched 2 films, and that's About a Boy and High Fidelity.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we watched.
That's it. I feel like there's more maybe, but I can't really remember, so. Cool. Well, Pretty Woman is number 1 for right now.
Mm-hmm.
The rom-com.
I liked it. It was cute.
I liked it too. So let's move her up. Okay. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Just kidding. I'm giving it like a... I don't like out of 10. I like...
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I switched to the letterbox.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 4.
Out of what?
5.
Yeah, I can give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah. I can give it a 4 out of 5, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Problematic.
Mm-hmm.
But
self-aware.
I feel like we have to come up with a... I'm trying to come up with a cute thing that's like problematic, but pragmatic or something.
Cute, but still needs to go to therapy.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know.
Wrap it up. Bring a ding ding. Pretty Women out. Also, there's a reference to this in Valentine's Day.
Also, you see a nipple.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. We both went. I went titty, and she went nipple.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just be aware that there's nudity in this film. Slight nudity.
Yeah.
1 nipple.
And just know that Richard Gere and Gary Marshall massaged Julia Roberts' forehead.
The end.
Till she was ready.
She was my age. Hate that.
No, she was
Yeah,
no.
She was 21 when they filmed it.
Oh, yeah.
He was 40.
That's all, folks. Bye.
Bye!